Hi guys, you're welcome to Data Nest with Angie. In today's Excel class, we're going to be learning what's called name range. All right, when you're given a data set like this, okay, you can use a name range to find, for instance, to find total quantity, to find the total price, to find the total revenue. So basically, a name range helps you to give a name to a cell, okay? So that you can use that name in formulas instead of typing out a cell reference. For instance, instead of typing out equals to some L8, instead of typing out some L8 semicolon all the way down, instead of typing it down all the way down, you start dragging all the way down to L14. Let's tap it. L14. Where is it? Okay, let's see. Yeah, L114. Instead of dragging all the way down to get the total revenue, you're going to be using what is called name range. So a name range helps you to give a particular name to a range of cells. These are all range of cells, right? So you want to give this particular column a name, all right? This is what name range is all about. So we are going to be getting into practical proper. Okay, so basically why it's important to give you your ranges of cell a name, because it makes it easier for you, to read formulas and to understand formulas. It makes it easier for anybody that is going to be looking at your data set that you've worked on to be able to read formulas and to understand what you have done. It also makes your workbook easier to maintain, especially in a large data set. Instead of you clicking on a particular column and dragging all the way down when you have a very large data set. This is where name range is very important. As long as you've given that particular column a name, all you need to do is just to enter equals to, you type out the formula you want to, the function you want to use, and that name you've given that particular column, you just, type it out and close bracket and hit on your enter button. It will give you your answer. It's that easy. There's no need for you to drag all the way down. All right. But first of all, before you get to giving a range of cells a name, you need to make sure that your data set is in a table format. Okay, you have to, I think, okay, that's not necessary here, but in the next class where I'll be talking about structured referencing, that's where you'll be needing to convert your table into a table format. Okay, so let's get right into the business of today. Okay. Our question is, determine the quantity sold using name range. Okay, now they said the sum of quantities sold using name range. You're not going to be using the normal equals to sum bracket B2 semicolon B25. No, you're going to be using name range. It's going to be equals to sum, you open bracket, what name have you given to that particular column? So let's go back and give a name to that particular column. The question again is sum of quantity sold. Okay, so we are looking at, we're going to be looking for sum of quantity sold. All right, so this is the quantity column. Okay. So what do? You highlight I'll have to take out this so it doesn't affect our work. Let's take it out. Okay. So you want to give this particular column a name because we are asked to use name range to get the answer of sum of quantity. All right, first of all, what you do is you highlight that column, okay? That column that carries the information you want, which is quantity. You highlight the column, and next you go to your formula tab above your screen, all right, by your left, where you have file, home, insert, page layout, formulas. So you will see the different tabs, all right? So you click on the formulas, right? And then you search, just right in the middle, okay, you see what is called define name. You see a name manager, you see define name, you see use formula, you see create from selection. So you want to give this particular column a name. What you do is you go to your formula tab, all right, and you click on the drop down arrow you're seeing on your define name, okay, and you click on define name, all right. So they asked us to get the sum of quantity, the total quantity, all right. So you're going to give it a name. You pick the name you want to give yours, all right. So I'll be giving mine total quantity. So I'm going to type out total quantity for the name. Okay, so in Excel, most of the time we replace our space with the word underscore. Okay, so you're not going to type total and you leave a space and type quantity. No. So what you do is you type quantity and you put your underscore. Your underscore here signifies space. Okay, so you put your total underscore and you type out quantity. That's your name. Your name you're giving to this range of cells. All right. So you click on OK. Okay, so there's a scope here. Your scope is showing a workbook. So this right here is a workbook, right? So you leave it as that, workbook. If you want to look for average, you want to look for count, you want to look for counter, you can change from workbook to this. But we are working with this workbook, okay? So we're not working with, we're not looking for average yet or count or max. So we're looking for total quantity. So we'll leave it at that, workbook. Okay, so you click on your enter. So you create a name. Okay, this name already exists. Let's try sum underscore quantity. Okay. All right, so we are going to use that for our name with sum underscore quantity. Whichever one we use is going to provide the answer for us. So the question is sum of quantities sold using name range. So you first of all you enter your equal to sign, you type the function you want to use, function, you double click sum, and you type total. Once you start typing, you see your name range, the name you gave to that particular column will appear, right? So you click on it. So what we type first is total quantity. So I'm going to click on total quantity, double click, you close bracket and you click on enter. So this is your total quantity sold. All right, so let's do this one more time. Remember I gave that particular column sum quantity again, right? So let's change this total to sum. Sum quantity is going to appear for you. You double click on sum quantity, okay, and you hit enter. You see, so whatever name you give to a cell, once you start typing, all right, it's going to appear for you. So what you do is you double click. All right, so that's it about name range. It makes your work, easier to understand. So when somebody sees what you have done and they see some quantity, okay, they already know, okay, what the sum number you're having is for quantity, total number of quantity. All right, so that's it about name range. And also it helps you it basically saves you time because you don't get to drag from one cell to the other. No, if you have a very large data set, you actually need a name range to get your calculations right. Okay, so you don't get to drag. For instance, you have a data set that has its total a quantity, sell from number 1 to probably 1,000. So you don't get to be dragging all the way from number 1 to 1,000, right? So you just use your name range. What you do is just highlight that particular column you want to work with. Okay, click on this. Once you go to the column, for instance, if it's G, if it's H, all you do, you see once you're on the particular column on G, you're going to be seeing a color which is green. That means it's showing you that you can, highlight. Okay, you're going to be seeing your arrow and you're going to be seeing a green color. I don't know whatever color you have on your own screen, but you're going to be seeing the color and the drop-down arrow. So once you click on that drop-down arrow, it's going to highlight everything on that particular column for you. And then you go to your formula tab and click on define name. All right, so let's search for average unit price. You have to be careful with whatever you're asked to find. Okay, so they asked us to get the average unit price using name range. So what you do is you go back to your data set and look for unit price. Okay, we're gonna move this. Okay, this is the price. So what do? You highlight the price. You go to the column K where the price is and highlight everything in the column K. Okay, it's going to show you all the figures. So what you do next is you go to your formula tab at the left side of your screen and click on name range. You double click. So what name do you want to give this price? So let's give it average underscore price. Okay, so that's it. You go back to where your question is and you equal to average. Type your average function, you double click and you type the name range. So we gave that particular table average. All right, so this is average price. You double click, close brackets, hit your enter. So this is your average your average price. So that's it about name range. Name range saves you time. It makes your work more explainable. It makes your work more easy to understand. Okay, so that's all about name range. You just go to the particular column you're asked to find a particular information. You highlight the particular column and then you go to your formula tab on your screen, above your screen. All right, on the top of your screen rather, and you look for what is called define name, and then you click on define name and you give that particular column a name that you want. For instance, you're asked to look for total revenue, so you give that particular column total revenue. So when you're typing in your function, all you have to do is just type in the name you've given to that particular column and you hit on your enter and your answer will be right there for you. Okay, next on the list is what we call structured referencing. Okay, the structured referencing refers to data in Excel tables. Okay, these are all data in our Excel table. All right, so instead of using a cell address, instead of using A2, for instance, semicolon A16 or A17, you don't get to do this. Okay, you're not going to be entering data individually. No, So what you do is you're going to structure this particular data set. So how do you structure this particular data set? What you have to do is what we call converting this particular data set into a table format. All right, that is what we do with structure referencing. So first of all, you're going to click in the data set, anywhere in the data set, all right? And you Control A to highlight everything in the data set. And then you Control T. Control T is to change this data set into a table format. Okay, so first of all, what you do is you click anywhere inside that data set, and then you press Control T. You press hold Control T, and then this right here will appear for you, and you click on OK. All right, yes, my table has headers. Okay, click on OK. Then you're going to see these drop down arrows. You're going to see these drop down arrows showing that yes, it's in a table format now. So what to do next? If you want to give you want to change this color, up to you. You can change the background color. Okay, you can change it to this, you can change it to this, you can change it to this, you can change it to this. Okay, so what to do next is give this particular table a name. Now this data set is already showing us, I'm going to have to zoom. It's already showing us distributor ID, distributor name, country, product code, product, sales, date sold, month, etc. All right, so what do you think should be the name of this table? I'm thinking distributor ID, because it has it's a table that has distributor ID and distributor name. So I'm thinking distributor should be the name of this table. All right, because I have information for the names of distributors and also their ID. So I'm thinking distributor should be the name of this table. So you come to the left part of your top screen. All right, you see table name. All you have to do is to change that table to, you are saying, to distributor. Type your distributor. Type your distributor underscore table. Remember I said to give space in your Excel, you use underscore. Underscore signifies space. So once you type your distributor underscore table, you click on enter. You've given this particular table a name. All right, so that's it about structuring your table. First of all, you click on any cell inside that data set you want to work with. Okay, and you press Control A to highlight just the data sets. Okay, not everything in your worksheet, just what is in the data set. Just what your I'm going to take that back. You're going to be highlighting just your data set and not questions and every other unnecessary cells. Okay, that's why you need to click on any cell inside that data set you want to work with. Then you Control A, you highlight just that data set. All right, and then you Control T to convert to table. Okay, so when you convert to table, you just go to your you see the drop down arrow signifying that it's already in a table format. Okay, you're going to be seeing a display of different table colors. You can choose whatever color you want to change your data set to. All right, and then you come to your table name by your left top screen. You see table 2, you give it a name, change it, clean out that table 2, and rename this particular data set. So we are renaming this particular data set what? Distributor table, and you click on enter. That's it. So now you get back to the question you were asked. Okay, so we're asked to determine the quantity sold using structured referencing. One thing with structured referencing is that once you have done your Control T, you are giving your table a new name. whatsoever is in the table is going to appear for you. Okay, you can call it up. You can call distributor ID, you can call distributor name up, you can call country, you can call product code, you can call sales channel, whatsoever. All right, so they said the sum of quantities sold using structured referencing. First of all, what you do is you click on your equal to sign, type your function, sum, double click, call out this table name. What name did you give to this particular data set? Distributor what? Table. Your distributor table will display for you. You double click on it. So to call up quantity sold, what you do is you enter your box symbol. Okay, we have brackets open and brackets close, right? We also have box brackets open and also box brackets close. All right, on your keys on your system, you press the box bracket. This is a box bracket, okay? And once you type or you click on your box brackets, you're going to be seeing everything in this particular table, this table that you gave a name. Everything, every header, column header is going to appear for you. So what are you looking for? You're looking for the sum of quantity sold. So you drag down, okay? So this is quantity, right? So you double click on quantity, you close the box bracket, you close your bracket, and you click enter. So this is your sum of quantity sold. I have to zoom again to make our screen bigger. All right, let's go on. The next question is average unit price using structured referencing. Okay, determine the average unit price using name ranges. Hint, you will have to create name range for this. All right, just like we did in name ranges. Okay, what's the average unit price using structured referencing? Equal to average. Remember the question says average unit price. Okay, you type your what? Your table name. What table name do you give to this particular table? Distributor table. Once you start typing distributor table, it's going to appear for you. Okay, just double click. Box bracket. What? Unit price. Look for the unit price. This is the unit price. You double click. You close your box bracket first. Remember, after opening your box bracket, you close it once you've entered the information you want, and then you use your close with your normal bracket. Please do not forget. All right, to call up a particular column, you use what? Your box bracket. All right, remember you opened a bracket here first of all, so you need to close that bracket too. All right, so you click on enter. So this is your average unit price using structured referencing. So that's basically it about using structured referencing in Excel and also using name ranges in Excel. Okay, so we are going deeper into Excel. So guys, if you've come this far in my channel, please, I would like you to hit the subscription button. I would like you to also share to your friends. Okay, share to people you think this is going to be beneficial to. You want your friends, you want your families to upskill. This is free. I mean, you're not paying anything to learn. Okay, this is free, and this is me explaining all of these Excel principle, Excel functions to you, beginner friendly, in a beginner friendly way. Okay, so please share to your friends, share to your colleagues you want to upskill. Okay, and please like and comment. Okay, this is you supporting this little channel of mine by doing all of these I have mentioned. Please like, comment, and share to your friends. All right, so this is all about structured referencing. It makes your work beautiful. It makes it easier for anybody who wants to know what this figure is all about. It makes it easier for them to know. You just look at the function you use. Okay, it's sum. You got it from a distributor table and it's total quantity. Wow. So that's basically it about name ranges and structured referencing. What we're going to be learning in our next video is going to be about data cleaning in Excel. Okay, you can do a lot of things in Excel. We've learned the functions in Excel. We've known how to use name ranges in Excel. I'm going to be teaching us data cleaning, and I'll be teaching us how to trim in Excel. Okay, how to clean in Excel. That's going to be in our next video. Until next time, guys. Bye.